Hello and welcome to Lesson 4 of the Creative Online School's Mastering Adobe Lightroom course. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you about Lightroom's white balance settings, and I will show you how to use them to correct the white balance of your images. This tutorial is brought to you by Creative Online School. White balance is crucial for an aesthetically pleasing image or collection of images. If you're working on a collection of photos that were taken at different times of the day under different weather conditions, your white balances will determine whether your collection is cohesive or not. You can spend loads of time adjusting the white balance on your camera before you take a picture, but there's no guarantee that the image will turn out perfectly. Luckily, Lightroom can fix this for you, but in order to take full advantage of Lightroom's white balance feature, you really need to shoot in RAW. My biggest regret as a photographer is failing to shoot in RAW soon enough. I thought RAW files were a waste of space, and I was so wrong. Now, in my opinion, if you don't shoot in RAW, then there's really no point in even owning Lightroom. Shooting in RAW is definitely worth the lost disk space. Now let's play with our white balance correction tool. The white balance tool is located in the Develop module of Lightroom. It's the first tool listed in your Basic Adjustments pane. You can use it for working with both color and black and white pictures. We will now go over the different white balance tools from left to right. The first tool is the White Balance Selector tool. Click on the selector and bring it to your image. Alternatively, you can just touch the W key and move your cursor around the picture. The box that pops up near your cursor is an RGB readout. It shows you the colors that are present in that area of the image. To treat your white balance with the selector tool, find an area of your image that should be white. In this picture, the whitest area is probably on the marble ground, which looks pretty blue just like the rest of the image. Let's look at the 8 presets you have to choose from. The S-Shot preset will revert your image's white balance back to the original setting. If you select this option before you start editing the white balance, nothing will happen. But it's a good way to reset all of the changes you've made if you end up disliking them. Select Auto if you want Lightroom to determine the white balance for you. The Daylight preset will increase greens and blues. This is because photos taken in bright sunlight tend to pick up a yellowish pink tint. Blue is the opposite of yellow, and green is the opposite of pink. Your image needs these spectrums to be balanced. The Cloudy preset will balance out the gray tints in your image to make it appear more yellow. Shade will make your images appear more yellow and pink. Tungsten will increase the blues. Fluorescent will increase blues and pinks, and it's useful if the image takes place under fluorescent light, obviously. The Flash preset will cancel out low light from a flash. My favorite option, however, is the Custom option. You don't have to select it as a preset in order to use the temp and tint sliders, but you can select a different preset first and work from there. Anyway, there are 2 sliders. The temp slider has blue on one side and yellow on the other, and the tint slider has green on one side and pink on the other. If your image is too blue, move the slider towards the yellow side. If the image is too purple, you can move the temp slider towards yellow and the tint slider towards green until you find the right balance. You can also use the filter tools to change the white balance of a specific part of an image. Just select the filter you want to use and adjust the sliders to the temperature or tint you need. And again, I can't emphasize enough, shoot in RAW. Congratulations! You've now completed the 4th tutorial of the Mastering Adobe Lightroom course. You should now have a basic understanding of Lightroom's white balance options. If you have any questions about this lesson, please leave a comment and we will get back to you as soon as we can. In the next video, we're going to learn even more about correcting the colors of your photos. We will go over the HSL Color Black and White tool, and we will also talk about the corrections you can make using the Split Toning tool. This course is brought to you by Creative Online School.